Today was really interesting again, same as yesterday, because I was able to get that uvula to rise. I was able to get the tongue to move away and create a really resonant sound, which is fantastic because that's now 2 days in a row. And I also did another 2 hours of breathing. So that was like really deep breathing, and then seeing if I can hold my breath. I'm pretty much following like the Wim Hof stuff. I'm not sure how long I'll stick with that. I'll definitely be doing breathing for 2 hours at least, but I'm not sure kind of where I'm going to go with that at the moment. But it seems to be working all right, and I've definitely already improved, even just after a day, the amount that I could breath hold. Yesterday it was like 1 minute 30 seconds, and today it was 2 minutes, and that's holding the breath on empty lungs. I did actually have some reflux this morning when I did the first breathing session, because I basically had my breakfast and then I did the session immediately afterwards. So obviously when I was lying down, that food is then wanting to go up. So I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to make sure that I have enough time. I'll see if I can probably do the breathing before eating the first meal of the day. And then same in the evening, I try to eat before dinner, that sort of thing. Because that was quite annoying. I had to try and, the whole day I was trying to get that away. So I keep making videos saying that my reflux is gone, but then it will come back because I do something quite stupid. Anyway, what was really cool today is that we have a family friend who's actually my dad's friend, who is a professionally trained opera singer. And he was able to give me some brilliant advice. It's really handy when your dad's a trained classical musician, because he has these friends that can, help you out with certain things. So it's really great to have him here. And he was, as I said, he was able to give me some really good advice. And one of the things was about how you have to have a constant flow of air when you're singing. So if you're clamping down too hard, for example, on a sound, you're basically stopping and starting the amount of the air that's coming through. So when you're compressing, you need to make sure that it's always a steady stream of air, that you're never closing the chords completely. You basically want they need to touch, but very lightly, essentially. So there are several ways you can do this. There are sounds like S, Z, and V. And these are ones that, if you can practice them, it's like zzz, try to get as light as possible, or even s, because what you'll notice is that it doesn't matter how hard you do them. So if I do a really loud one, s, the chords are never completely together on these three sounds. So if you practice doing them and see how long you can do them, and then do them the next day, you might increase it by a couple of seconds. And then you can even try singing your favourite songs with like and making sure that the chords are actually, coming together. And if you sing your favourite songs like that, and then you do the whole song singing with a V and a Z or an S, and then you actually go to sing the song afterwards, you'll notice that it becomes a lot easier to get the sound up into the pharyngeal space, where pretty much you want to be singing every single note. So that was really interesting. And another thing is that he is also going to set me up with a professional voice coach up in Gosford, so that's like an hour north of Sydney here. And she's, I don't know her at the moment, but she's supposedly got all these fantastic bits of advice from years and years of experience. So it'd be really good to have someone who knows the anatomy of singing so well, and also when it comes to vocal issues. She's the type of person who has experienced these sorts of things, so she kind of knows exactly what's going on and can pinpoint certain things. So I think that'd be really good for me, and obviously I'll report back on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. It was another brilliant day. I was able to get everything in the right spaces, the vowel placements, the open throat. With doing the cold water stuff, something else is that when I'm doing it, I'm really slowing my breathing down when I'm in there. And then my fight or flight system is kind of then eased, basically, because I'm not really in danger. I'm just in cold water. It's not going to kill me. But that means when I'm out of the cold water, my baseline is now like a lot higher or lower. I'm not sure, but basically because of anxiety or whatever, my body is always on high alert. It's always like this. My shoulders are always tense, neck's tense, everything's like back, everything. So that's normal life. So I'm kind of always in fight or flight. So then when I go in the cold water for 10 minutes in the morning and then 10 minutes in the evening as well, like it's flipping cold. But then when I come out of it, I'm like, oh, actually it's not too bad. Like I can kind of relax now. So I'm trying to basically ease myself out of that fight or flight system. And I don't know how long I've been doing the cold water thing now. Maybe a week or so, at least a week. Maybe a week and a day or two. But I've definitely found that's been helping me. Also the breathing, obviously, and a meditation. It's all helping me to stimulate that vagus nerve. And that is basically making it possible for my uvula to start rising again, my tongue to be less tense, jaw less tense. And it's all contributing to the seeing. So I'm very delighted about that. What I am looking forward to, though, is the speech therapy sessions that are going to be starting not this Monday, but the Monday after. Because even when I'm talking now, you can hear it's like this. And I need to get that away. The Ajay breathing from the other day, that was really helping. It's kind of like this. And I've not been doing enough of that in the past couple of days, so I'm going to make sure I continue to do that. Or start doing that properly again, because that was helping to get into the right spot. And one of the other things that my dad's friend who was here tonight was saying is that when you're trying to get the air into the pharynx, if you kind of like smile, and this is actually what I basically discovered by accident the other day, is when you smile like this, and it basically allows the air to travel up there a lot easier. So, and just all these different tips was really helpful. So yeah, that's pretty much it today. Just another brilliant day, and I am really looking forward to the next week, because after even just a week of doing like 2 hours of solid breath work, getting all the techniques and stuff sorted out, I'm basically just quite excited to see what's going to happen. And the speech therapy, and then this possible other voice coach. So yeah, really cool. But yeah, that's it for today, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.